Welcome again to the third installment of the sharing demo. I do want to preface this demo with the fact that there's still one authentication bug that Aaron knows about and is going to work on a fix. So I might run into that. It especially happens on my new accounts on Dev. I'm not sure why. But the bugs you've seen last time, and if you do see a bug this time, they're all authentication and we're working on fixing them, but sharing is actually working. And I'm gonna focus this demo on showing the sharing. So I'm here on Dev. I have my regular account and I'm going to create a shared collection. And you'll notice there's a new button here to be able to create shared collections. I'm gonna call it Storytell Demo 3, let's call it. And we got it right here. And then I'm going to invite a unique email address that I haven't used yet. So I'm gonna put some gibberish in here. I'm gonna add the person and then send the invite. Now we have a pending invite. I should be receiving it by mail and it's been working. Yeah, cool. I'm going to copy this and I will go now into my incognito window and I'll paste it. This will check if we're logged in. We're not logged in, so it's gonna prompt us to log in and create an account for accepting the invite. I will copy this email address if I can. Perfect. And I'll use that to log in and create an account. It needs to take a while sometimes, so let's wait just a little bit. Cool. And copy this link, go back here and gonna accept the invite. So now it's gonna check the credentials, it's gonna accept the invite and then redirect me to the collection that I've just been invited to. So there you go, full flow, not no bugs this time. I will create a sub collection in here and just call it, let's say, testing. And one thing we don't have right now is we are not automatically refreshing for other people when there's updates from other people. And that will be a future thing. So I won't know that someone made a change, but as soon as I refresh or yeah, and this is one of the authentication bugs I'm running into. Please ignore this. I'm hoping no one else runs into these, but I have some issues with my accounts for some reason. But you should be able to share any collection with new or existing accounts. And I'm gonna try to invite someone else to this who wants to volunteer their email here. Now takers, I'm gonna
send it to me if you want, Andy.
I will. Or Erica. Cool.
We both of us.
Yeah, let's do that. Graham, let's Storytell. Yeah.
Graham.Clark, I think.
There we Clark.
Go. Indeed.
Was it ending in an E?
No E, my friend. No E.
Just Clark. Okay. Clarky.
Clarky.
All right.
Old nickname.
I'm gonna send these, and you'll see that people with existing accounts won't go into pending invites. They will just straight up be added here. One thing that I noticed this morning actually is you don't get an update on the email if you've been added. So I'm gonna fix that right after the demo. But you will be added. It will just you'll appear automatically in the collection. And now if Erica and Graham can go to their development accounts, they should see Storytell Demo 3 in their shared collections section right here. I'm gonna wait for them to confirm.
I can confirm that, Andy, yeah.
Perfect. And you can see the testing underneath as well, right?
I can indeed, yeah. I'll just put a screenshot in Zoom chat.
Cool.
1 second.
Thank you. And for each collection that has people that are invited or sharing, you'll see a list right here of avatars, and clicking on it, you should be able to also get to this drawer where you'll see, for example, I'm in testing. And looking at the access, we can see that I have access from just being in my shared collections because I'm the owner. but Graham has access to testing coming from Storytell Demo 3 because that's where I invited Graham into. And this other user that's interesting. Aaron, this seems like a minor bug. This is probably Erica's account that's showing up like this. And she's coming with permissions also from Storytell Demo 3.
Oh, look. Okay. And so I don't know. Interesting. So is there even anything to chat with here? Doesn't.
No one's uploaded. I haven't uploaded anything, but you can start chats and upload stuff as if it was your collection.
Cool. So one question about the collection. So what I understood is essentially the moment I share it with you, it's kind of like locked in that if I add more assets to it, do you experience that? Or is it just we're not going to see each other's threads, but if we all add assets to it, whoever it's shared with, we will experience that.
Right now, you see everything that everyone does in the collection. So you will see everyone's assets and everyone's chats that they've started.
Yeah, the entire collection is shared and everything in the sub collections.
Graham hasn't asked anything, and I don't think we would know what he's been asking.
Can you go into the demo 3, Erica, the parent collection? Do you see any stored assets? Yes, you do. Okay, cool.
How real time or not is what each person sees? So like what Erica's just typing now, how quickly would Graham or Andy see this?
It's not real time in the sense that it doesn't automatically update, but as soon as this happens and the other person refreshes the page, they would see it at the same time. So I think Graham just went and wrote something in this chat. Yep.
I did indeed.
But it's not real time in the sense that it will update for everyone at the same time, like Linear does right now.
This is super exciting.
We might need to get to start populating those user avatars. Right now we just got that purple one, but that should probably be Graham's. And as Erica adds to the conversation, should probably be Erica's avatar there.
I think the names also start to become important and actually highlighting what was done by who, which we haven't had time to actually do yet.
Right. Yeah, that's the icing on the cake kind of stuff, I think. All right. That's what I call a demo.
Mostly working.
Yeah.
Aaron, can I ask just a quick question about the flow on sharing? Andy, I noticed that as a user, I had to get 2 emails, right? I got invited to the collection and then I had to use a magic link to create an account. And that's just a little bit strange as a user to have to do something twice that feels like it's the same thing to me as a user. Is that a temporary limitation or what's our thought about that?
I think if we were to update that email to include a magic link that with some text in it that it expires in however long, that might work. What do you think, Andy?
I think it's possible, but I think we need to check how to do it with Firebase so we can create those from our server. But right now we're doing it in 2 steps because it's Firebase that actually generates and sends that second email to log you in through Magic Link.
Yeah, so let me just paraphrase what I think is true. Because we're reliant on Firebase being the email sender, we've got a lot of limitations as to the user experience, the wording of the emails, and things like that. And if we were to use our own resend mail server, which I assume is what we would use, or something like that, we would have a lot more flexibility as to how we build it. Is that accurate?
it's accurate. But in the case of the magic email, specifically, we also would need to do some extra stuff on the server as well, like generating the magic link that can log you in.
How do we want to do we want to make a project for this, or what do we want to do to try to improve the user experience around it?
It's just an iteration ticket, just one ticket.
Yep.
Okay, so maybe Lex, let's have you make a ticket for that.
Sorry, what's the ticket?
Who wants to describe it?
To modify the invitation to join Storytell to include a magic link and some copy that it expires in however long. And I think it should also include the link that it does now, with some language that this particular link never expires. And that would bring you into the current workflow, which is a two-step workflow.
Thanks, Aaron.
I think it could be a separate thing, but it would be awesome to not only have the link, but have a code that can be manually input. There are certain situations where we can use the app that the magic link doesn't necessarily always support. So PWAs, various things like that. So, here's your magic link, or you can put in this code type of thing. Be really helpful.
I don't know that Firebase supports the code. That opens up a bigger can of worms.
I did some digging a while back, and I think it does, but there's engineering you need to do on your own side. It doesn't just handle it for you.